It is February 16th, and I am drinking some of my kegged flavored carbonated water that I've been tearing up lately. The thing's got to be almost empty. When I went to the store, I got a different flavor. I got cran grape because Tia just feels like the apple. I think that's cran apple. It tastes like apple. So that must be cran apple. It's not as good. She doesn't dislike it. She just doesn't really care for it. So I got, per her request, I said this one, or this one, and she said grape. So we got grape. So I'll start working on that keg today or tomorrow or whatever, whenever I get time to do it. So anyway, last night I finished cleaning out my beer fridge. My beer fridge had, I pretty much stopped with the beer a while back in October or early November. I don't remember when it was. And but I still had a bunch of beer in my fridge, and it was beer that I was holding on to for years and years and years. And I'm not just going to throw it away because I was keeping it to age it, but I wanted it gone. So periodically I was drinking a beer, and I was doing a review, putting it online just to get it out. That was my final. But anyway, the last one I did was last night, and it was called Avery's Ale to the Chief, and it was 2016 IPA, double IPA, that was done for the election in 2016. So that was it. No more beer except for my Stone Enjoy By experiment that I've been working on. The, how does it taste over time? So I'll keep on doing that. I don't know how long it'll be before I do that with some people that we can get together, because I've got many, 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 many bottles of that, probably over 10 or 12 bottles of that between the closet and the fridge. But that doesn't really count towards the clearing out my fridge. Just the ones that I was actually planning to drink. They're gone. No more beer. Nothing. So I'm officially done. I slept on the couch last night, and when Tia went to class, when Tia went to class this morning, she came and woke me up and said, "Hey, I'm going to class." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And when she left, I went and I got up in the bed and I set my clock. It was only like 8 o'clock in the morning, but no, yeah, it was 8 o'clock in the morning. I set my clock for 10. And around 10:30, 10:45, I actually got up. Good for me. And I went out and worked on my car because I still hadn't cleaned the part and gotten it taken care of. So I was outside cleaning my car. And this is what we have. This is what the compartment looked like. I was actually able to change out the filter, so that's right here. And this is where the mechanism goes that I had to clean. And so I got, this is basically the gutted look of what I had. So this is the before. This is what my part looked like, and it was gummy and gross, and for some reason stuck shut, I guess, because that's what the error message was saying. And after I cleaned it yesterday, this is what it looks like. So it went from this to this. So hopefully now it will not get stuck shut. And there's actually, if you can see right here, there's actually a gap there to let a little bit of air in, a gap down here. And before, that gap might have actually been sealed shut from all the gunk that was on here and up here. So hopefully that is taken care of. Now, I turned the car on, let it idle for a while. I cleared out everything, recalibrated this device, and Tia got home about 1 o'clock. While I was working on it, I was just letting the car run, and then I got done. I went out and I drove it around a little bit just to see if I'd get any error messages, and I did not. So, yay. But I didn't drive it very far. I only drove it around the neighborhood. I was going to drive it out on the main road, but I didn't do that, just in case. So just drove it around the neighborhood, going up hills, down hills, and then I brought it back home and parked it. Later in the day, probably 1 o'clock maybe, Tia said, "I'm getting hungry. You getting hungry?" And I said, "Yes, I am." She said, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Well, you know, we usually end up doing Mexican or something because I'm always in the mood for Mexican." But then I was like, "Well, wait a minute." While she was doing her hair and taking her shower and everything, I was like, "Let me see if there is somewhere else." So I'm looking all over Google for places around here, and I was like, "How about Golden Corral?" So when Tia got done doing all of her stuff, she said, "So do you know where you want to eat?" And I was like, "Actually, I was thinking about Golden Corral." And she gives me this look like, "I thought you didn't like Golden Corral." And I was like, "No, it's not that I don't like Golden Corral. I actually really do like Golden Corral. It's just that every time your parents come up, we go on Sunday. Sunday for lunch is the most expensive time to go. Actually, it might be Sunday for dinner, but Sunday for lunch. We end up throwing out about $20 per person to go there. However, to go for lunch on a Saturday or any normal day of the week, it's only $10. So I was like, it's not that I don't like going there. I like their food. But you always choose to go on the most expensive day of the week, for the most expensive meal of the week. That's why I always get annoyed when we go to Golden Corral. Because we can't go on Saturday with your parents. We got to go on Sunday. So, yes, I like Golden Corral. So we ended up spending, I think when we went, it was $10 plus like $2 and some change for the drinks. So we ended up spending about $26, which is what we would spend at the Mexican restaurant anyway. Not 40 or 50 or however much it is after tip. So we got home about 3:30, and what we were planning to do was Tia brought home from Zumba this morning. Somebody had given her some chocolate cake and some chocolate covered strawberries and whatnot. Well, we were going to get some milk. Well, we did not get milk. Forgot to get milk while we were out. So I was just like, I'll go get milk. So it was after it got dark. It was raining yesterday, but it was after it got dark. I'm going to say 5:30, 6 o'clock maybe. I don't remember when it was. I went and got the milk. I could just look. What time did I text her last night? Masterclass. Nope. Oh, okay. So yeah, it was like 5:45 last night that I went to get the milk. While I drove my car to test it out to make sure it didn't throw up any more error messages, and I had my little OBD thing plugged in, and I was tracking it as we were going, and I didn't have any problems. No problems there, no problems back. So while I was there, Tia said, "I want the grape," and because I asked her, I was like, "Okay, I'm in the drink aisle here. What do you want for our next thing of carbonated beverage? Because I'm going to work on that today or tomorrow." And she said, "Cran grape." And I said, "Okay." Got cran grape, got some milk, got home. Still no error messages thrown up. Yay. So when we got home, we made dessert, or we got the chocolate cake, got the milk, and we watched Michael K's hour-long live stream. And Dancer's stomach was doing something crazy. It was in there going... And I was just thinking, well, we gave her a lot of food today. So it might just been that. I don't know. But took her out. Took Fidget out. Brought him back in. Went to bed. And I was going to get up and do some stuff on my computer. But I stayed in bed. Fell asleep, woke up the next morning, and that's where I'm going to stop it. Because nothing else happened. That was pretty much the day. So, until next time,